The big picture. Musk believed the Tesla Robotaxi would be truly revolutionary. Quote, "This is the product that makes Tesla a $10 trillion company. People will be talking about this moment in 100 years. Imagine it's 2033 and your future self is able to transmit a message back to you in this present moment. What would you want to tell yourself today?" Wait, why would I even say that? That's a weird thing to start this video with. Also, what is the definition of regret? So, in this video, Elon Musk, in a private discussion that just so happens to now not be private anymore, thanks Walter, Elon Musk told his own team, not investors, not the public, not the media, his own team, that he believes Tesla will become a $10 trillion company on the back of robotaxis. And as a result of some private discussions within Tesla now being public, we now also know what the next generation Tesla vehicle, the consumer version and the dedicated robotaxi will look like. Thanks once again to Walter Isaacson. I also happen to believe that Elon Musk will be right twice over. 1. Tesla will become a $10 trillion company, just a matter of time. And I won't stop at 10. And 2. People will be talking about the moment Tesla robotaxis awaken 100 years from now, especially those writing books on investing and disruption. So anyway, moving on. What is the definition of regret? Why do I keep asking that? Oh, I know. The definition of regret is not subscribing on X and joining Patreon with the links in the pinned comment. Always be plugging. Inside Tesla's decision to build a $25,000 global car. Elon Musk was so obsessed with robotaxis that he repeatedly vetoed his own plan to build a $25,000 electric car in favor of them until skeptical Tesla executives persuaded him to hedge his bet. Musk biographer Walter Isaacson tells Axios. Man, I cannot wait for this biography. So many juicy insights. The notoriously stubborn Tesla CEO finally relented when aides revealed a plan to build both a robotaxi and an inexpensive small car side by side in a cutting-edge factory, according to an exclusive Axios excerpt from Isaacson's forthcoming book, Elon Musk, out Tuesday. Now, by the way, I've got to say, sanity has prevailed here. I've been saying this for quite a while here on YouTube. I've long expected that the next-gen Tesla vehicle would be a platform with multiple variations, not just one $25,000 vehicle, but a few, maybe 2 or 3 different variations, plus on the same platform, a dedicated robotaxi with no steering wheels, no pedal, and a completely reimagined interior layout. Now that said, at some point in the future, it is possible that Tesla stops selling vehicles to consumers, but I don't think that's anytime soon. It is kind of insane, and I mean like actually insane, but Tesla were considering, or Elon was considering, a factory to produce dedicated robotaxis and nothing else. Because timing around autonomy, if for some strange reason it just so happens that it takes longer than expected, there's a very big bet to be making. And again, if these are dedicated robotaxis, what we're talking about here is a complete redesign internally under the assumption autonomy is solved. No steering wheel, completely new interior layout, not a vehicle you're likely to be able to sell to consumers if autonomy is not solved. My expectation, and this seems to clarify things, is that Giga Mexico and other next-gen Tesla factories will be producing a $25,000 consumer vehicle and dedicated robotaxis, much like Tesla's factories today, generally speaking, produce Model 3 and Model Y, variations on the same platform. Why it matters. A $25,000 electric car would be a game changer in the auto industry's fight against climate change, especially in the US, where consumers are facing high inflation and a lack of affordable options. For context, the average new vehicle in the United States, I think last year, purchase price was just over $40,000. Catch up quick. Tesla's master plan, first published in 2006, always called for using money made on early models like the $100,000 plus Roadster and the Model S to bring down the cost of future vehicles. Of course, as we know, many investors and just about everyone on Wall Street and 100% of the people in the finance media are unaware of this 2006 master plan. Oh, what prices? They cut prices again. What are they doing? The Model 3, promised at $35,000, was supposed to be Tesla's affordable family car, but it debuted in 2017 at $52,000 and today still starts above $40,000 before incentives and tax credits. Shall we fact check? Let's fact check. Current starting price in the United States, $40,240. But wait, that's in 2023 dollars. Just using this handy inflation calculator, if in 2017 an item was $35,000, today in 2023 dollars, it's $43,648. Well, hang on a minute. Is $43,648 more than $40,000? Yes, it is. Spoiler alert. The $35,000 Tesla is on sale right now. I don't want to pick on the author of this article, but it's actually really important because inflation. And remember, if you guys have been watching my YouTube videos regularly, we just saw yesterday Tesla's refreshed Model 3, the new version, in Australia, which by the way, includes shipping costs from Shanghai to Australia, is less than $40,000. So again, the $35,000 Tesla is here. It's been here. It's still here. It continues to be here. Meanwhile, Musk's fascination with self-driving robotaxis kept growing. He predicted Tesla owners would earn more than $30,000 a year by dispatching their cars to run errands or give driverless rides to others. Over time, he believed robotaxis would eliminate the need for people to even own cars, he told Isaacson, and I agreed. Now, it will take time. A lot of people don't like the idea to have a visceral reaction, oh, I want my car, f*** you. It'll take time. But for context, I haven't personally owned a vehicle now for, let me think here, half a decade. And it's not because I can't afford one. It's because I use transport on demand. I live in a very convenient location. I prefer to bring people to me when possible, friends and family, yes, really. Just about everything I need is within a 5-minute walk of where I live right now. For me to own a vehicle, to sit around 99% of the time doing literally nothing would be financially insane. I'd much rather buy Tesla stock, which is what I've been doing. And for what it's worth, in order for me to have somewhere to park a car where I live right now, it probably costs me about $500,000 or more just for the parking space. No thanks. In November 2021, Musk gathered his top 5 lieutenants for dinner in Austin to start brainstorming a basic, high-volume robotaxi. Fun fact, November 2021 is when I first publicly shared my Tesla valuation model exclusively on Patreon. Quote, there is no amount that we could possibly build that will be enough, Musk said per Isaacson. Shout out to quasi-infinite demand. Someday we want to be at $20 million a year. For nearly a year, they debated whether to play it safe and build a car with a steering wheel and pedals or make it truly autonomous. The gamble. Regulators might not approve an autonomous car without traditional controls. Most of Musk's engineers pushed for the safer, conventional option. They had a more realistic outlook on how long it would take for Tesla's full self-driving FSD technology to be ready, Isaacson writes. Quote, if we go down a path of having no steering wheel and FSD is not ready, we won't be able to put them on the road. Now, that's very important. Great point here from Tesla's long-term chief designer, Franz von Holzhausen. If you build these things, they don't have steering wheels, they're dedicated robotaxis, yet you haven't solved autonomy, what the actual fuck are they going to do? Answer, sit around collecting dust. And that's not to say that Tesla couldn't do it. They got so much cash, they could literally actually start building out a fleet. I've done the numbers on this, of hundreds of thousands of dedicated robotaxis and continue to do this at an accelerating rate, even if they weren't actually bringing in any revenue for a long period of time, because Tesla's printing insane amounts of money. But that's kind of insane to do. The designer suggested making a car with a steering wheel and pedals that could be easily removed later. Musk was adamant, Isaacson writes, no mirrors, no pedals, no steering wheel. This is me taking responsibility for this decision. When his deputies still resisted, Musk got into one of his very cold moods. Quote, let me be clear, Musk said slowly. This vehicle must be designed as a clean robotaxi. We're going to take that risk. It's my fault if it fucks up. But we are not going to design some sort of amphibian frog that's a halfway car. We are all in on autonomy. And what Musk is getting at here, for clarification, the idea of designing a robotaxi that initially has a steering wheel and pedals and then eventually you can remove them, that's kind of the halfway car. Because if you're designing a robotaxi with a clean slate, assuming there will be no steering wheels, there will be no pedals, the entire design changes. Everything about the car is reimagined. However, should autonomy be late, and this is the only vehicle you're producing, you're kind of fucked until autonomy is solved. The big picture. Musk believed the Tesla robotaxi would be truly revolutionary. Quote, this is the product that makes Tesla a $10 trillion company, he told Isaacson. People will be talking about this moment in 100 years. So, speaking of talking about this moment, let's talk about the moment that he was talking about the moment. It should go without saying, but in case it doesn't, when Elon Musk says something and makes a firm statement like this, he's not pulling this out of his ass. He's actually thought about the numbers behind this $10 trillion company. It wasn't an off-the-cuff remark. And for what it's worth, I strongly agree with Musk's assessment. And you are welcome to fact-check me. I have Tesla's valuation exceeding $10 trillion by approximately the end of this decade, predominantly based on robotaxi. Again, if you guys would like to see all the assumptions, much like Musk, I'm not pulling these numbers out of my ass. Head over to Patreon, join at the investor level and above, and look at my valuation model. You can see the implications, the profound implication of Tesla autonomy, robotaxis in the financial models. Even in my base case, by the end of this decade, Tesla is a $10 trillion company. Don't even ask about the bull case. And again, to be clear, these private comments from Elon Musk that are now public occurred in November 2022, a year after this initial meeting regarding robotaxis, meaning my prediction for Tesla's market cap to exceed $10 trillion predates Elon's prediction by a very wide margin. The reason I point this out is we have independently arrived at a similar conclusion. Robotaxis are going to have a fucking gigantic impact on Tesla's valuation. Don't sleep on robotaxi. Or do sleep on robotaxi. And again, what was the definition of regret? Now, people find it very hard to digest this. You're a fanboy, shut up, you're high, bro. Well, that may be so, but I stand by this statement. It is inevitable. Should Tesla deploy robotaxi? Should they solve autonomy? They will ultimately become a deca-trillion-dollar company. Just a matter of time. There is a reason I've been buying Tesla stock hand over fist with every spare cent. I literally mean that. For a number of years, I've been living on less than 10% of my income. The other 90% all in Tesla stock. Now, skeptics will argue that Tesla will never solve autonomy or that, the competition will catch up. And that's fine. You are entitled to your opinion. My opinion is that Tesla has an unassailable lead. They will be the first to widely scale robotaxis. They will maintain a significant data advantage, a significant capability/safety advantage, and will carve out a huge slice of this winner-takes-most market in most geographies globally. And in addition, I also believe that Tesla, due to this unassailable lead, especially around the capabilities/safety, will ultimately end up licensing their FSD software to other companies globally. And this also has been in my Tesla valuation model since it was first publicly published. And again, I highly encourage you guys, if you want to see what I really think the impact of robotaxis will be on Tesla financially, including cost per mile, how much they're charging for FSD, the whole thing, look at my Tesla valuation model. It's all there. That's the reason I make this available. Or alternatively, do the numbers yourself. That would actually be a much better thing to do, but it will take some time and a hell of a lot of thinking. I'm just kidding. Elon just pulled this out of his ass. He doesn't really think it's going to make Tesla a $10 trillion company. And also, he doesn't actually think people will be talking about the robotaxis awakening in 100 years. Why would they do that? It's not like it's a big deal. Let's move on. You can ignore it. But his deputies remained skeptical about the readiness of FSD and finally found a way to persuade him to cover his bet. Quote, in a non-challenging way, Isaacson writes. Details. At a secretive meeting late one evening in September 2022, roughly a year later, von Holzhausen and a few others presented data showing that a small, inexpensive global car was needed to meet Tesla's ambitious 50% annual growth targets. They convinced Musk that Tesla could build both the $25,000 car and the robotaxi on a next-generation engineering platform using the same assembly lines. Now, I've got to say, this is kind of stunning that it took until September 2022 for this to be even suggested. Call me crazy, but I always thought this was going to happen. Given the uncertainty around the timing of solving autonomy, how could it be any other way? And again, when I say I always thought this would happen, I have receipts. Please refer once again to my Tesla valuation model. I have a $25,000 vehicle. It's been in there since well before Tesla announced the $25,000 vehicle. I just assumed costs would continue coming down. And that vehicle alone has potential sales of 10 plus million units per year in my model. Again, the receipts are there. Go fact check me. I also, funnily enough, have a subsequent generation vehicle, the base price of about $18,000. Again, massively expanding the total addressable market. Musk had long believed that Tesla's production system, the machine that builds the machine, was even more important to its success than its vehicles. So he saw the opportunity to design a new high-speed, ultra-automated manufacturing process for both cars. Though initially unenthusiastic about the $25,000 car, Musk's attitude changed after a design review session in February 2023 when von Holzhausen put the models of the robotaxi and the $25,000 car next to each other in the studio. God damn, I wish I was there to see that. Both, this is big, both had a futuristic design like the Tesla Cybertruck, an angular stainless steel pickup truck that had yet to debut. Musk loved the designs. Quote, when one of these comes around a corner, he said, people will think they are seeing something from the future. Now, again, I said this was big, and guess what? We have just discovered the aesthetic of at least what was shown this year in February to Musk for the next gen vehicle, the $25,000 Tesla and robotaxi. Both had a futuristic design like the Cybertruck. Cannot wait to see what these actually look like. And once again, I've got to say, is it just me? Does anyone else find it surprising that Tesla wasn't planning initially to build a next gen vehicle to sell to consumers, as well as independent of that, a dedicated robotaxi? Seems crazy. But the good news is Tesla has quite a clear plan now, and guess what? Both of these vehicles will be manufactured at Giga Mexico. But you already knew that, right? And speaking of things you already know that go without saying that I'll say anyway, it won't just be Giga Mexico. Again, please refer to my Tesla valuation model for the next two factory locations, which I also believe will be producing these next-gen vehicles, the $25,000 variations for consumers, and yes, dedicated robotaxis. These incredibly juicy leaked details from a number of internal Tesla meetings, shout out to Walter Isaacson, what a legend, are an absolute goldmine. We now know what the next generation Tesla vehicle and dedicated robotaxi will look like. We also now know that there will be a dedicated robotaxi and next generation vehicle built on the same platform. And we now also know that Elon Musk privately, well, not privately anymore, believes robotaxis will help Tesla's valuation skyrocket to $10 trillion, about to 13x from where we are today as I record this. Now, the importance of Elon's statement isn't the $10 trillion figure. I mean, I could have fucking told you that. Actually, I did tell you that. Again, it's in my valuation model. The point is, he was telling this not to investors, not to the public, not to the finance media, but internally to executives at Tesla. This wasn't some weird stock pump. Let's hype investors up. He was just pointing out that he's thought about this and the implications of Robotaxi will be profound on Tesla's valuation. But of course, Elon's a crazy guy that doesn't know anything. So if he thinks it's going to be worth $10 trillion, you should ignore him because he'll definitely be wrong. In fact, Tesla's a busted growth story and it's headed to $3.12 per share, allegedly. Now, has anyone figured out what the definition of regret was? Let me know in the comments below. Athletic Greens AG1 has given me a massive, meaningful boost in energy, allowing me to do a lot more every day, including using my brain more and using my body more. I highly recommend you guys and girls check it out. Athletic Greens AG1 is an excellent way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's got 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, plus prebiotics and probiotics and digestive enzymes and adaptogens to help you deal with stress. Plus, if you click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR, you can get yourself a 1-year free supply of vitamin D3 and K2. But don't take my word for it. Here's what some of you guys and girls have to say. AG1 has changed my life. I was, as you described, treating myself like a circus, ate like trash, rarely exercised, used alcohol as a stress crutch, cannabis also. AG1 is what gave me the kick in the ass, got me back to the gym, motivated me to do more for myself, family, my business, etc. Keep doing what you do. Now, I know there's some skeptics, the same kind of people who think Elon Musk is a fraud, reading this going, what do you thought? There's no way that's possible, bro. It must be a placebo effect. Believe it or not, this is a recurring theme. If you give your body everything it needs to feel and perform its best, including having a lot more energy, you'll need ways to use that energy. For me personally, that includes more exercise, moving my body more social activity, and more cognitively demanding tasks, including producing a ton of exclusive content over on Twitter and on Patreon, plus my daily YouTube uploads. The proof's in the pudding. On to another testimonial from a viewer of this channel. SMR, you asked me to provide feedback on AG1. Here it is. It has helped with mental acuity, stamina, and intestinal waste management. Can't read between the lines. It certainly helps with regularity and digestion. That's what the digestive enzymes are for. It has also dramatically reduced my cravings for sugar. You guys need to stop eating sugar. It's fucking poison. I'm 50, 5'9", and overweight, aka a fat motherfucker. I think that's a technical term for overweight, isn't it? Is it fat motherfucker or obese? I can't remember. I average 100 hours a week in the West Texas oil fields as a safety supervisor. Jesus Christ, dude. No wonder you're struggling to keep your weight under control. 100 hours a week. Brutal. It has helped me lose weight. It is not an appetite suppressant. It can help fat people suppress cravings, and motivation to be healthier is critical for changing your diet. Love you, brother. Again, this is a great point and something people really don't seem to grasp. If you have more energy, everything becomes easier. It's like turning on easy mode for life. A few years ago, before I was taking AG1, my health was trash. I was struggling to get through the day, had afternoon fatigue. The last thing I wanted to do was either use my brain or move my body. Didn't have the energy. Now, my biggest struggle every day is figuring out ways to use that energy. I'm exercising way more, doing a lot more with my friends and family, and of course, my work output has increased substantially. And you can fact check me. Check out the average length of my videos I was posting to YouTube 3 years ago. Need I say more? And one final testimonial. Love this one. Okay, here's the deal for me with this AG1 shit. I'm 41 years old and not the type to eat, drink, smoke, or sleep healthy, so I was skeptical. That being said, here's what I experienced. Day 1, meh. Day 2, afternoon fatigue was about 45 minutes late. Day 3, 0 afternoon fatigue. Day 4, 0 afternoon fatigue plus extra energy. Day 5, again, 0 afternoon fatigue plus energy, wondering, what the fuck, really? See, this is the thing, right? The results for many people are just almost too good to be true. This is the same experience I had. My afternoon fatigue just vanished out of nowhere. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Why am I not tired in the afternoons anymore? Surely, it's not that AG1 shit, is it? Turns out it was. Day 6 and 7, same thing. Day 8, same thing. Plus, I had the want to get things done around the house that I normally would slack off and not get done. Again, the point, extra energy, you'll need to use it, you'll find ways to use it. Day 9, 10, and 11, and today is day 12. I fucking love it. So however you managed to get me to buy it, I'm so glad you did. Thank you so much, SMR. It really changed me so far. Guys, this shit really works. Just try it. By the way, this is the reason I continue to relentlessly promote AG1. A lot of people get real fucking mad in the comments. Oh my God, snake oil salmon sold out. Oh my God, he's a scammer. This is fraud. But constantly, I'm pretty sure everyone making these comments is also currently short Tesla stock. I'm not particularly concerned about people having a negative perception, those folks suffering from small brain syndrome, still living in my bum's basement syndrome, etc., writing mean comments, claiming AG1's a scam or it doesn't work. I mean, bro, when I get feedback like this is what keeps me going. And remember, there is a 90-day money-back guarantee. There's nothing to lose here. Just try this stuff for a month, and if you don't get these results, get your money back. See, it's a literal no-brainer. It's an IQ test at this point in time. Testimonial after testimonial after testimonial like this. You get your money back if it doesn't work. Just try it for a month, and if it doesn't work, get your money back. Today's the day. It's finally time. Be like this guy who was a massive skeptic, but finally, after 1,000 promotions in a row, caved in, tried AG1, and has results like this. Head to drinkag1.com/SMR or click the link at the pinned comment, and please, let me know how you're feeling in a few weeks' time. Now, if you'll excuse me, time to put my extra energy to good use. I'll be recording some more exclusive content for Patreon and my Twitter subscribers. So click the links in the pinned comment. See you over on Twitter and or Patreon, and don't forget to grab your AG1. Love ya.